Sweet. Hey everybody, this is Durango Music again, coming for our weekly podcast. Sorry we missed last week. We all had some stuff going on.
Yep.
Um, yeah, well,
How's it going, Cody?
pretty good. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, man, just another day of Corona, I guess. Working
Yeah.
on some of the design projects for Durango Music stuff, some of the other Lost Soul things, and having a pretty laid-back day at the office.
Perfect. Yeah, it looks like you put in quite a bit of work over there during the whole Corona madness.
Yeah, it's a good time. Otherwise, a person like me slips slowly into insanity, start pacing and, you gotta stay busy. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
you can
definitely
relate to that.
understand. Yep. Got to stay busy, or yep. I go a little insane too.
Yeah, man.
Well, so on that note, with the whole Corona thing,
Yeah.
San Juan Basin's Public Health put out a couple announcements here recently.
Yes.
Some pretty good ones, but also not very promising. It looks like as per April 29th, La Plata County has put out this new statement. They're implementing a phased approach to reopening, which is probably a good idea. I can
It
imagine.
makes sense.
Yeah,
But it's, unfortunately, and people will see when you describe exactly what the fine print of this quote unquote reopening is.
right.
It's not all that great, but if you own like a salon or a tattoo shop, it's good news.
Right. Well, and I see why they're doing it too. I mean, I can't imagine if everybody, if things were just back to normal at once and everybody was allowed to open, I'm sure it would be a little chaotic for a couple weeks there.
We got to flatten the curve,
Exactly.
I understand the way they're opening certain sectors of the economy, it seems, and I get that because if we say okay, go meet up with your cocktail group at Derailed, everything's on, let's do it full blown.
Right.
I could see the medical system not being able to, that's the whole thing. Everyone's had that conversation already. People understand you gotta slow it down so the medical system can cope so people don't die. That's
exactly
the whole big crux of this thing.
Yeah, so on a good note with where they're starting, looks like May 8th, certain businesses will be opening back up. Services such as salons, tattoo parlors, dog groomers, massage, personal training, in-store retail, and non-essential offices may also open with strict social distancing and other precautions. And workplaces are going to be required to self-certify that they understand the precautions. So it's good. There looks like some of the economy is opening back up, but we're playing it safe and doing it the right way.
It's worth doing it the right way, especially, us being in our late 20s. I'm sure a lot of the people watching this on Facebook and especially Twitch and YouTube, like younger folks. And we do have a little bit of responsibility, to maybe our neighbors who are possibly like in their 60s and 70s and much more at risk,
Right.
So I'm happy to see some actual signs that point toward it actually making sense to open up a couple things. But that being said, what bothers me is La Plata County still hasn't had very sound or comprehensive access to testing for the public.
Right. I agree with that. Which It's understandable that the resources just aren't there, but it would be nice if we could have something like that. Make me feel a little safer with everything coming back.
But I'll tell you what, man. Could you imagine living in New York right now?
Oh
like
man,
downtown New York. Couldn't imagine it, dude.
No, it's moments like these I'm really, really happy to live in such a small town.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. We do live in a very wonderful piece of the country, and it's great.
Yeah. Lots of stuff to enjoy, and you know what? There's there's gonna be a point at which this black veil of sadness is lifted, and we get to go play shows again.
Oh, I know. I'm excited.
Oh man, how excited are you to play a show after this, dude?
Oh, I can't wait.
I would plug in and play in front of like 3 people at an old folks home for $2 right now.
Oh, totally.
Like I want to go play any show, man.
Yeah, I'd be stoked to set up on the street corner right now, man. Yeah.
And
we're all
I have
itching.
a feeling people miss live music almost as much as we miss giving it to them.
Yeah. Oh, so that on that note, that reminds me of what you're talking about with the Stillhouse Junkies.
Yeah. Oh, can I talk about that, man?
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
Coolest idea. Let me hop on Facebook. They got a great name for it and everything. I think it's called it's like a Bob Dylan reference or something. They're so cool. I love shout out the Stillhouse Junkies. You guys are my favorite Colorado bluegrass outfit doing it right now, frankly. And I know everyone's got their favorite bluegrass band, and there's so many in town that I love dearly. Stillhouse Junkies really do it for me, though. Let's see here. Going on their Facebook page. Loading a little slowly since we got StreamYard pulled up. But they're doing a tour. It's kind of a tour, right? They're based here in Durango. And what they're going to do instead of the tour they had booked, it's a really, really good idea. It's called the Rolling Junkies Review Tour, which I think is sort of an allusion to like a Bob Dylan tour, something. I don't know what it's a great name. And the idea is you sign up for a time slot and they come to your front yard. This band that won, I think, second place at Telluride Bluegrass, man. You could get a second place Telluride world-class bluegrass on your front yard. Just hit them up on their Facebook page, the Stillhouse Junkies on Facebook. It's called the Rolling Junkies Review Tour. They will come, the dates, 5 time slots available on Saturday, May 9th, and 5 more available on Mother's Day, Sunday, May 10th. Sign-ups via Google spreadsheet shared on their Facebook will run May 3rd through May 7th. Guys, if your mom likes bluegrass, this is gonna make you the best daughter / best son of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Hit 'em up. It sounds like, I don't know if there's even any space left. So you should get on it if this sounds like something that would be a good gift. I'm sure it'd be amazing if you did that. Oh,
yeah. Talk about a good gift. Have a world-class bluegrass band come play on your lawn. Awesome.
Do it for me if someone's out there. Please, I would love if I woke up on Mother's Day. No, I mean, do it for her mother. I think the Mother's Day show needs to be all for mothers. I hope that they're just going around Durango serenading moms all day long on May 10th.
Yeah, that's great. That's way great. Also,
and if you're a band, why not do that also? It's a great idea. People are out there, they're innovating. The Stillhouse Junkies are innovating. They're finding new ways to provide the service of live music under new, challenging circumstances. And so other bands, man, take note. They can't go and play at everyone's door. There's room for other people to do this too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, so also there's some more good news in the musical community around here. Jimmy's Music Supply plans on reopening by May 5th.
Yeah,
So
Jimmy.
I know that's gonna be a pretty exciting thing for a lot of musicians in the area.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I mean, Jimmy's been doing a great job. He's been taking orders for things online, and then meeting people down at the shop to give them the supplies they need to keep jamming while we're all locked down.
Yeah.
So that's been a big help. That's been pretty great.
Yeah, and I'm excited that, man, Jimmy is filling such a crucial role in the musical community. He's really an important thing. Katzen shut down, and he stepped in to fill that hole for all of us. And if unless you want to drive for like a half hour every time you want to buy guitar strings, it's pretty important that we not forget about places like Jimmy's at this time. There's a lot of people that if they had just had one better month during this whole Corona thing, wouldn't have gone out of business. Really, So
down the rabbit hole is a good.
fine, and we're lucky, that he's gonna still be here after this. So go buy something from him. Message him on Facebook, and just buy some guitar strings if you can. I'm sure that it would help a lot.
Yeah, and if you don't play music, go buy a ukulele and
start playing music.
Yeah, exactly. It'll heal your soul.
Yeah, you got no excuses. We're all stuck at home all day. So
yeah, what a better time to pick up a musical instrument and start learning, right?
Well, I've learned a bunch of. I was the world's shittiest campfire guitarist, Cody. You know this.
Yeah.
So Cody and I played a lot of music together, downtown, and Cody's endured my guitar playing for a couple years now, firsthand, standing right next to the amp doing sound while I really just do the wrong things to a guitar. But the good news is with Corona, I've become a pretty good guitar player over the last month, man. I feel like I can say that. I practiced a couple hours every day since Corona started on just scales, chords, and you should expect progress if you put in the work. So guys, go get your first cheap guitar, cheap ukulele, like Cody said. Jimmy sells stuff that you can play music on for $25. You can get a melodica.
Oh yeah. Or even a kazoo.
Get a kazoo, yeah, man. Learn some, John Coltrane transcriptions on it.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Berkeley for kazoo studies. Or jazz studies.
During the open mic night at Moe's Starlight Lounge there, we needed some more chords for the PA, and Matt McDermott ended up going to Jimmy's Music Supply and getting those chords, and he comes back with a kazoo for me, and he's like, "Hey, I heard you really know how to play one of these."
I heard you're a kazoo master.
Yeah, well, that was a joke. We used to cover a few songs, and I would play on the kazoo to make it sound like a saxophone, or as close to. We used to do Lowrider, and I'd do the whole sax part on the kazoo.
What does that go like? I forgot.
It's
Sing it.
Everybody's heard that song. You know the Low Rider.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da. Show theme song, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I love that tune. It's a pretty groovy beat, actually. Yeah, and then
it was a lot of fun.
George Lopez's face, look at my crazy family. I'm George Lopez. Whatever happened to George Lopez? How's he doing with Corona?
I have no.
What's up,
Yeah.
George Lopez? We know you're watching, and we appreciate it. Shout out George Lopez and family.
Yeah, man. If you do see this, George Lopez, please jump on a podcast
Yeah,
with
George
us. That'd be
Lopez.
great.
We just need like $1 million. That'll give us some runway, and we'll just put your face on everything we do. How's that for a deal?
Oh man, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide into my DMs,
Well-
George Lopez.
Oh,
Oh man.
so back to Durango.
Yeah, sure. Fine.
Sure. What do you think? What are you thinking? When are we gonna see restaurants and venues start opening up?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. And I've been thinking about that a lot. It's hard for me to give an answer. And I think it's hard for people who direct local, municipal like health directories to give an answer. There's a lot of, I think even at this point where we're starting to see a lot of places which have more or less totally turned around, I first of all find myself questioning the legitimacy of many of those reports that, oh, there've been no new cases in Kansas today. Like, I don't think a lot of that is accurate. Second of all, I think there's a second wave. I've seen a lot of like audio clips and sound bites and full interviews of people who are not talking heads. They're scientists on the air, and they're saying, yeah, I mean, we're going to open it back up and this is going to happen again. And we always need that to happen. So it's nuts because I think what we're going to see, Cody, is I think in about 2 months, we're going to see people playing shows again. And then I think in about 4 months or 3 months even, we're going to see people not playing shows again. And I think that's going to happen maybe 2 or 3 times before this is all over.
Yeah, it could. That was definitely a big concern. I've been reading up on from a lot of different sources and it makes sense. I mean, and probably definitely plays into what Durango's got planned as far as doing like a soft opening and only opening certain businesses as of right now. Because it does make sense. I mean, everybody's kind of spinning their wheels and going crazy. Stuck at their house. So, I mean, I can imagine if everything just opened all at once and everybody just floods out, it would be one heck of a party for about 2 weeks.
I, for one, would not be part of that, and I think a lot of people, if it got fully opened up today, I think a lot of people, not just me, would actually stay home still. I would continue to stay home. I wouldn't go out to the bars and go back down to start. I certainly wouldn't start playing live shows. And I do think, there's some weird, since the whole Corona thing started, right? There's been this weird gray area of ethics. I guess maybe it was more gray when it started and got more black and white as it got more serious. But, like, back like a couple months ago when it was like, I know a lot of people were asking themselves, is it right that I'm asking my friends and loved ones to come gather in a venue while I play music, knowing that this like viral epidemic is starting to like take place in my country? And obviously now it's not okay. And what we're going to be seeing is the question flipped around of like, well, when is it okay again? When does it become okay? When am I going to be able to go on Facebook and be like, I'm playing at the balcony tonight. Come on down. Bring your grandma. Like, when am I going to be able to make that Facebook post without looking awful? Like, I don't know. That's a tough question.
Yeah, that was a big thing in my mind too. If we do, go out and book a gig and uh, start advertising it, how much kickback is there going to be from people going, hey, well, you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, man.
Gathering people together is not a good idea. So I think that's the big question that's on everybody's head right now is, when is it going to be okay? When can we call ourselves safe?
I think it's still too soon to say, man.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because, like, I've been stuck in my house. We've been stuck in our houses more or less, right? For like about 30 days now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think like, wow, we might still be totally in the dark about how long this is going to last. But I think that's where we're at.
Yeah, I agree. So, everybody out there, definitely stay patient. I mean, it's better to be safe than dead,
No doubt.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. And hopefully when we do get there, we can show some love and go out and, definitely support our local businesses, especially the ones that are struggling. I know Durango's already taken a few blows.
I mean, there's been a couple places that have shuttered up since this started, man.
Yeah, we lost Down the Rabbit Hole. That was a good one. And lost the theater there.
Yeah, and that's an interesting, I'm sure Nathan, who's not on the podcast today, could give us more of a scoop on that and where it's at right now. I'm curious about what's going to happen with that.
Oh, I am too. I can tell you one thing for sure. That place isn't going to stay closed very long.
Right, because like Durango loves that theater is such a staple, I feel like.
Oh, definitely. It's iconic. So,
yeah, man. And like, where are you going to have the Follies? Like, I feel like there's a lot of events that are inextricably bound to that venue. And there's
Totally.
you can't have them at a different venue or else it's not going to be like the thing anymore and people wouldn't be into it anyways.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree on that one. And in the meantime, there is some businesses coming up with some great ideas to keep their doors open. Like the Balcony Bar and Grill, they're offering delivery and takeout services.
Yeah.
Right, which is great because I couldn't.
Balcony Bar and Grill, Alice Wall, what up? She owns that business and she's super busy. I can't believe how much she does in a day, but she makes it all seem pretty manageable, even though it looks like a lot. And she is keeping that place open. Seems like she's doing one of the better jobs.
Yeah.
Any of the food and beverage places in town. They've been good on social media, pushing their pickup stuff, and I hope that they've been seeing some results from that. I've ordered from there a few times in the last couple weeks, and I really like the blackened catfish is perfect. It's like my favorite thing. I never knew I liked catfish till I tried that there. Now I love catfish.
Yeah, well, we're super thankful. I mean, Durango would not be the same without the Balcony Bar. That's for sure.
Man, I started playing I played my first solo shows there. I played my first solo shows of my own original music. And I saw some of when the Balcony Backstage was a thing. Rest in peace, Balcony Backstage. I miss it. Yeah. But I saw some really cool music go down on that weird little stage. With the awkward pole in the middle of the stage. You remember that? When you're playing a show there on that stage and there's this fifth band member is what some people called it. That pole in the middle of the fucking stage.
Yep.
Good times.
Oh, it was great. Hey, Dave Bloom, I see your comment here. We're using StreamYard right now. And to Nathan, I guess he's saying the Strader is flexing and trying to buy out some other building owners here in Durango. So we'll see what happens with that. I know the Strader was talking about building their own stage right in the back there in the empty
if the
lot.
Strader builds their own empty lot, there will be 2 stages. Let's do that, man. Let's
That
get
could be a lot of fun here in Durango, man.
We could have a spinning double stage like they have at Locken Festival, where just like waste $1 million on like a festival stage that spins. Let's do that.
Yeah. Oh, on that note, I think you were mentioning to me that there was more festivals canceled.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's really hard to see, but if you go, give me a second to look it up.
All right.
Yeah, let's table that for a second because there's this one article I found that lays it out perfect. But you know what I want to talk about? Instead of we can get to more cancellations in a sec, but there's plenty to be bummed about. I think.
Yeah, let's talk about some.
For a second is what we're gonna be doing. Like I said, there's gonna be a day when the sun comes out and we really have leaked this thing. I hope I won't look back on this podcast in like a year and think I sounded like a fool from like from my bunker in the apocalypse. Look back on this podcast.
Well, say, on that note,
we're gonna be offering services. How about you start on that?
I know. So I think that's a great idea. I think we should start with you actually. Okay. You're sitting in a awesome little studio space right now. So one of our plans with Durango Music is to offer live recording studio services, concert recording, in studio recording, and then professionally mastered live videos, whether that be concert you play somewhere, or if you decide to bring the whole band up into the woods with a generator and shoot a music video type setting. But yeah, on that note, let's you want to show the world your studio there a little bit?
I would love to. I'm super proud of it, you guys. I just finished building all this myself over the last week. So you can see I got a lot of panels on the wall. These are sound absorption panels. I basically created a totally like dead, dry space in this room, which for the type of room it is ideal. It's not too dry, but it's a small room, so you're not going to get a good non-dry sound out of it. And so what's cool about what I've done with the panels is you can set up a kit in here and mic it up, and it's actually going to sound pretty damn good. Especially because I have even more absorption panels I'm about to build, as well as a lot of acoustic diffuser tubes that I've designed and I'm going to build over the next month. In about a couple months' time, man, this is going to be a really, really, really legit studio. So let me show you some stuff. This is kind of a little space to hang out and chill on the couch, maybe like while you're tracking guitar or listening to the mix or just coming in for a meeting, whatever. Like just a hangout space while you create your music in this space. You kind of get to come in and rent the whole space. Like you run this whole, it all kind of belongs to you for the day. We've got a bunch of keyboards. What I have set up right now are two of my favorite ones, the Yamaha and the Nord. We got a little Moog set up over there as well. It's kind of dark, but there's a lot of cool sounds that you can get out of this little station here. It's pretty nice, man. I like to sit there and play piano for a really long time every day. Moving along, we have got more gear, full guitar recording set up. We can mic up your amp, dial in one of our amps. We have other amps other than these tiny ones here. And it's kind of like when you pay for using the studio, you pay to rent all the stuff in it, so you can use any of this. This is something I'm really excited about. This board here, it's like an old school Tascam that they souped up and made like a modern version of. And so this is a 24-track recording and mixing board that you could do 10 inputs simultaneously. So you could totally mic up like a pretty complicated band and do a multi-track recording of like a live album in this space. And of course, we can also put it on this computer here and work on things for you on Pro Tools. I guess the final thing to show you is what is going to be a really snazzy vocal booth right here. Right now it's just a closet with a microphone in it, but it's going to be really insulated in here. And so you'll be able to come to this studio and record everything you would want to record in a really good acoustic environment at a super, super inexpensive rate.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's,
yeah.
It's looking really good. And, you know, another big bonus of these boards, like the board you're just talking about and the board I've got here, it's an Alesis board.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So, yeah, the cool thing about these two boards is, you know, we're not stuck to just doing studio recordings. We can come down to your gig somewhere and mic up everything, set your levels for playing the venue, wherever that may be, and have actually all of it recorded. And, you know, we can come in and track it all later, kind of mix it down better, clean up some of the outside noise. So
let's say you're a band from Chicago and you want to come to Durango and shoot a cool ass music video in the mountains while you're on tour in Southwest Colorado. Like, you can use our website to book your gigs and do all that and set up your tour. But on top of it, like, yeah, we can use one of our boards to, like, we'll take you up to like 12,000 feet in the mountains. We'll drive you up there, set up your stuff, and, you know, we'll price it out, but you can get a whole music video customized to like your creative vision, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's great. I'm working on, for that exact purpose too, I'm working on finding one of the old Honda generators or one of the RV generators that are just like silent, nice. Which it'll be cool for one of the ideas I had for people that want to do those kind of music videos. Or, you know, I'm not even opposed to going up to Moab where there's some natural amphitheaters that are pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah, so I'll set up a generator and run 100-foot extension cord down from it, and
nice.
Then you won't hear the generator noise, and we can record some pretty awesome videos, some cool footage. So it'd be a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool ideas floating around for that. As of right now, we're pretty much already there. We're pretty much set up to start offering these services as soon as things get back to normal.
Yeah. Oh, you know, another service to touch on that we were gonna and haven't yet is the merchandising deals, as well as how, you know, we can help people out with some e-commerce. But in terms of producing, designing, ordering merchandise, we are going to be offering services for that. And if you have merchandise that it already exists, you need to sell it. That's another big thing we're going to offer through e-commerce.
Yep. We're still hammering out all the logistics of that, but yeah, that's a big plan of ours, is to offer you know, merchandising outlets for a lot of different people. You know, we want to do it for bands. Venues. We're gonna have some shirts coming out and some different merch for the Starlight.
Our
round.
webmaster Nathan just chimed in and said, soon, way soon, with no upfront costs.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone out there is Jewish, but I am. And when I hear no upfront costs, I gotta say I like that. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Nathan, cool.
That's awesome, Nathan. We're stoked to get on that, and that's the other thing. So the merch will be, for bands. We'll help you design your logos if you need it. We'll help with all that and get you some merch rocking. Same for venues. If you're out there and you don't have merchandise yet, we definitely would love to help you. Also, private businesses. Right now, I know Lost Soul Media is working on a website for Don Baldwin with Durango Ampworks.
Well, the design package is there too. Like for Don right now, because I'm the in-house guy for Lost Soul with design. I'm actually also part of my job involves making logos for people. And this is, I already kind of transferred it online. But this is like a mock-up, a design concept that I developed for Don. He's got a company called Durango Ampworks. I'm not doing a good job with this, centering it. There we go. And so I developed a concept for a logo for Don by sending him some sketches on the whiteboard, emailing back and forth. I think we actually used Facebook. It was super easy. He was like, I would like mountains. So I put in mountains. I like this. I don't like that. Let's change this. And after just a day of back and forth, now we've got stickers, letterhead, business card designs, t-shirt designs, website designs that incorporate whatever elements of the logo Don wants at a really reasonable package. And we can deliver the final product to Don in the form of literally the business cards themselves, or just like the image file, and he can do the rest of it. So you can customize what you get in a big way. And so if you want to pay for the works and get like a full branding package, you can totally do that. Or you could just get like a nice, cool logo design and we'll shoot it over to you. So I know there's a lot of bands out there that don't have like an image to use on things like business cards or the little circle like on your Instagram profile where like the picture goes. It's nice to have a consistent image for your brand because a band is a brand.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's all looking great. I'm super excited about all of it. It's a great thing. And another service we're gearing up. As La Plata County moves to reopen, we're definitely going to start offering some equipment rental services and live sound engineering. Me personally, I've been doing sound for quite a bit on many different types of PA systems and setups in general, from in-house club type PA systems to my personal rig. Being pretty mobile. That's a big thing. A lot of bands out there, I see struggle with their sound all night, especially in some of the venues around here where you're dealing with low ceilings and hard walls.
It's a kiss of death, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Man, there's nothing that'll kill a show. There's nothing that'll kill a show faster than like a shitty element in your sound.
Right.
It's so important. Everyone knows that, but like so many people nonetheless overlook really dialing in a sound check or having a sound guy / sound person. People overlook that, and it's crazy because you could play the same song at the same skill level, and depending on like your EQ and the placement of the mics and the levels and the placement of the monitors, all this stuff that someone like you can come in and guarantee success in those, areas on. Like, I never play without somebody helping me with sound. I think everyone should invest in putting the sound situation in your favor, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get invited back to play more shows. And that's how people that's when people stay and dance and listen. Like, if you don't have a good mix, it's not going to happen.
That's it. You want everything clean. You want everything clear. And you want it right at that right sound level. You don't want to be coming into some of these small places and being so loud it rings your eardrums.
Unless you're playing a punk band.
Yeah. If you play in a punk band, it's just the goal to make people's ears bleed.
Yeah, so you're good. Just do your thing.
Yeah, no, it'll be great. I'm looking forward to that. That we might be a few months away from that because of the COVID.
For sure. I mean, it's like we were saying earlier. I think we're going to see a pretty brief window of live shows open up a couple months down the road, and then I think we're going to see close shortly thereafter. I wouldn't be surprised if we were looking at like 6 months or so until music as we know it resumed, downtown, across the world, all that, Coachella, open mics, whole 9 yards. So I think the good news is, at least, even though that sucks, we're going to have a really oiled and ready to go, awesome model for people to immediately start benefiting from, once it's all clear to go.
All right. Okay. Well, so we got Timothy chiming in here. He's wondering about prices for studio time.
What up, Cricket? I love Cricket.
Yeah, man.
How you doing, Cricket? I didn't know you were watching. Nice. This guy, Cricket, is a really good player, actually. Cricket plays like anything with strings really well. He's just one of those players. And frequented the Moe's open mic scene. And this man can make the noise of like 6 crickets chirping simultaneously with his mouth. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. And he is a wonderful dude. So I love you, Cricket, wherever you're at, man. And prices for studio time, really TBD. TBD. It depends on what you need. It depends on how much you need of what you need. We're not going to be setting a premium up front. We want to make this immediately an accessible resource more than a service. Essentially, this is, these are all like my capital assets in this studio. And basically what I've wanted to do is kind of turn it over to the Durango Music platform. And man, I'm going to be charging people a joke. Like it's going to be cheap as dirt and you're going to get a good recording. This is something that, like, if you're funding your jam band with dishwashing and line cook dollars and fucking that's your budget, like, we're going to get you out of here with at least 1 or 2 songs that are like epic. And we're going to do it for a fair price every time. Especially right now though, and for the foreseeable future, like until, like we were saying, live music gets going again, which could be, who knows. We're going to try to help people out with this space. It's selfish to keep it all to myself. I want to have some people come in here. I've built something cool. I want them to be able to use it to build something cool of their own,
Definitely. I like that quite a bit. I mean, that's a big part of this is, trying to give back to the community and help everybody out as much as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan on doing the same thing too with, a lot of the other services. You know, we want all of our services to be really affordable. We want them to be something that, you know, is going to help out every musician in the area, help out the venues as we're all kind of trying to recover from, you know, this pandemic.
Yeah,
And
man, big time.
I think it's great. I think we've come up with some really really cool things for you know, local music in general, and I'm really excited to see what happens with all of it. Um, you know, and again, if you're watching and you're interested in some of these services, you're welcome to get a hold of Tyler directly. You can get a hold of myself directly, or you know, feel free to message our Facebook page,
Yeah.
Instagram.
There's
Uh,
so many ways to get a hold of us, man. With Durango Music, it's honestly me and Cody. We're the people. You know, there is, of course, Nathan Hammond is our awesome search engine optimization slash VC slash webmaster. He's awesome, but he's got a lot going on, and we're like the contact people on the Durango Music front. So shoot a message, just like DM me, DM Cody, whether it's
Totally.
about recording your album, whether it's about booking your tour. We've talked about a lot of different services we offer, but a really good way to find out if you want to be involved is to go check out our website, durangomusic.com. It's actually in a pretty like infancy stage still, but a lot of work has gone into it, and you can already use it as a really good resource for a lot of stuff. So check it out and get in touch with me and Cody.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, we'll do our best to uh get your book, get whatever fulfillment needs.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, and you know, that's a big thing. If you just message durangomusic.com directly, that's probably your best bet, because then
Yeah,
all of us see it.
totally.
All of us can see it at once. Um
Well, um,
which it's great. I'm super excited about how great this has gone. Also, you know, on that note,
hmm,
if you're a band out there, or even a venue, music shop, or a guitar builder, amp builder, or something of that nature, and you don't currently have a website,
yeah,
um, Nathan Hammond, our man of many talents in house here, is offering to build you a website uh, under the domain. So it would be a really great idea to get a hold of us. Lost Soul Media is doing some really great things
yeah,
with
man.
that. Here pretty soon, like I mentioned earlier, they're currently working on the website for Don Baldwin at Durango Ampworks. Um, as soon as that's done, we'll definitely have links to that up on our Facebook pages, all our social media pages, on the website itself. So
Because
it'd be
after we
great.
design your website, we help you out. You know, like we're gonna design your website for you, but we're also gonna promote the shit out of it after. And so
Yep.
hopefully, like, you know, as we work with Don, we can, you know, push Durango Ampworks and have a good relationship. You see Nathan's comment there, man?
Yeah, let me pull it up. See, merch sales on your website coming soon, and not perfect, but got the event functionality across multiple domains.
Nice. I know
Perfect.
I'm gonna be putting some merch on there, man. I've got a band. Tyler Reed and the Hippie Crits. I know everyone's got a band, but yeah, the marketing guy for this company has a band, and the PR guy also has a band. The guy in HR has a band. Everyone's got a band,
Yeah.
but you know, you can hopefully go on our website in a few months' time and be able to support my creative project, Cody's. Buy a T-shirt, buy a sticker. You know, our website is going to be a place where we can offer help for you to get your stickers and your T-shirts for sale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and on that note too, and with the recording and everything, we were talking about coming up and recording a few songs with Tyler. I think that'll be a great pilot. Throw that up on the website and on social medias just to kind of give people an idea of what the recording capabilities are.
Oh, dude, we got the whole 9 yards here, man. You could record a crazy ass album in this room.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to come up and do the test run, man. I really am.
Yeah. It's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah, throw it out. I'm really excited about it.
Well, okay, wait. So there's one more thing before I forget. I wanted to bring up because I know we're coming to a close here, but this is important. The open mic, the online open mic. It's coming up in like 4 days. It's happening every Tuesday, just like the IRL, in real life open mic was happening on Tuesdays. And Cody was hosting the IRL open mic. He is also hosting the online open mic. And I'm going to let him hit you guys with some details about how you can sign up for the one coming up this Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple ways to sign up. You can message me directly, slide your musical selves into my DM. Or you're welcome to go to Starlight Open Mic page, and you can message that directly. I see that right away. So we use this platform that we're doing our podcast on right here, and it's super simple. Basically, if you want to come play, message me. We'll kind of put together what order people are playing based upon when someone messages. Definitely have been a little flexible trying to get everybody in with the times that they're available for as well. Yeah. And so all I do from there is I'll send you a link through Facebook Messenger. It's usually the easiest way. I can also email it to you. And you open the link and follow the instructions for the website, and I take care of the rest for you right there. I get to kind of introduce you. I can do the whole, hey guys, thanks so much for coming. Up next, playing his tasty jams, we got Tyler Reed Smith coming to the stage. Here he is, guys.
And I'm gonna go like, I'll make a bunch of sounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It's been a lot of fun. We've done it twice so far. We're doing it every Tuesday starting at 7:00 Mountain Time.
And man, I miss it. Like, I miss going to the open mic and like hearing people play. Like, and sometimes I'll play. Mainly, I like to like hear people play, man. And I checked out the last online open mic, and I was really impressed because it was the same feeling. I got to I cracked open a beer. I was at home, but I felt like I was at Moe's. And it was like, oh, here's this fucking guy. Like, like it's the same thing, and you got to be like, oh, cool, this guy's coming on. Like, I wonder if he's going to play that song. It's cool, man. Like, it's different, of course, but you should try it out. Especially because I know most of y'all don't like, play an instrument. And that's fine, even though you should. But, check it out and listen. It's really fun. And you can sort of put yourself downtown at an open mic, crack a beer from your own home, and travel.
Absolutely. It's fun. What I miss the most about Starlight's open mic was the really free-form feel that we managed to come up with.
Sometimes too free. Sometimes it's like you're getting up. Sometimes I remember like there would always be situations like some girl comes up to, and I shouldn't say some girl, like some person comes up to play like a really intimate, like soft folk song or something, and then some drunk dude's like, I'm gonna like take a drum solo while she's doing that. And which I love. Like, I think that's what makes it like a Wild West open mic that I want to go to. But the thing about the online one, man, is you can really make it the best open mic show you've ever played. Like, plan it out. You're going to be in the comfort of your own home, and you can really like know you're not going to be interrupted. So, pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really great. And
it'd be a good way to get started playing live. It's less scary than being at the bar and doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you haven't done the live performance side of music yet, I think one of the best things you could do is come visit us on our online open mic night. It's a good starting ground.
I hope I see like more people who haven't ever done it before than people who do it all the time. Because I really do think, actually, now that we're saying it, like it's the perfect thing, man. If you want to emerge from Corona and like be like maybe confident enough to go play shows, use this time to practice, and also build up your confidence with some online open mics.
Definitely. Yep, I'm loving it. It's getting more and more popular, I think. I'm loving it. Yeah. Yeah, man, so many good things can come out of this, and I think that's really important for people to remember. Because when we go through something like this, it's a little bit devastating and definitely terrifying for a lot of people. But I think that's a big part of being human. When something like this happens, you can either take it one or two ways. You can kind of curl and panic and worry about what's going to happen next, or you can take it upon yourself to try to do something new, to try to find a new angle, to try to bring yourself out of it a new way.
Keep saying inspirational stuff.
Oh, here he's going.
Wait. We'll do some more. Wait, what should we do? Strings? Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I want people to really remember that during times like these, the best thing you can do is love your neighbor, love each other, support each other in every way you can, and keep a positive attitude. A positive attitude will do a lot for you in life, and it'll definitely keep you going through all these hard times. Share with the world what you got. Take the time to find maybe things you've left behind as you were growing up. Some of us wanted to be artists and got caught up with our day jobs, or some of us wanted to play guitar but never could find the time to pick up the strings. Well, now it's the time. Turn a negative into a positive.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tyler.
It's so much easier to give a speech, right?
Oh, I don't know if it was easier or harder.
No, probably harder. My bad, but that was.
I was just thinking the whole time, like, man, this is gonna bring me into some really heavy topics. I'm gonna start crying on the video here.
Well, right on, man. Great podcast today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Any last notes from you, my man?
I think that's it. I think we touched it all.
Cool. We touched it all.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Thursday at 6:00 Mountain Time.
Tune on in, y'all. See you. Have a good week.
Yeah.
Peace.